Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Rabbit and Red Reviews. I'm Eric, and today I'm going to be taking a look at Bunnahabhain 18-year-old single malt Scotch. So, as usual, I will give this a nose, taste, finish review and score it. And to start things off, tell you a little bit about Bunnahabhain 18. So, the Bunnahabhain distillery is actually located on Islay, and sometimes kind of considered the forgotten distillery on Islay. And I think one of the main reasons for that is Bunnahabhain is not a heavily peated whiskey. At least their core range is not heavily peated. Most times when you think of Islay scotches, you think of distilleries like Ardbeg, Kalila, Lefroy, Kilchoman, places like that, which are those really intense peated scotches. Bunnahabhain, in contrast, actually, most of their core range is very lightly peated, almost not at all, just kind of a slight touch of peat smoke in their whiskeys. So, perhaps for that reason, Bunnahabhain has kind of flown under the radar over the years. So what's interesting about this 18-year-old Bunnahabhain is that this has been recently relaunched over, about 5 or 6 years ago. This used to be a whiskey that was released at 43% ABV, was chill filtered, and actually had artificial coloring added. And in the revamp, they have actually made this a little bit more of a craft style. So right now, the Bunnahabhain 18 here is bottled at 46.3%. There is no color added, and it is non-chill filtered. So they really upped their game on the 18, and we're going to find out how that translates to the experience. I'll take a second here to show you what the bottle looks like. There you go. And there's quite a bit of information on the back of this. I can share a little bit here. The haven of Bunnahabhain, and meaning is mouth of the river. It was discovered by the keenest explorers back in 1881. And to this day, our distillery is still rewarding the adventurous with whiskeys that have complex layers and hidden depths. This 18-year-old is matured exclusively in ex-sherry casks. This malt is deliciously smooth, yet intriguingly complex. Fragrances of dried fruit, honey, and toffee burst into the flavors of sherried nuts, rich oak, and salted caramel. So that's what they have to say about their whiskey, and we'll take a peek at it right now. So as it is an 18-year-old, I have let this rest in the glass for about 20-25 minutes or so to give the oxygen a chance to do its magic. And as I mentioned, this is naturally colored. You can take a peek at the color here. Kind of a nice golden amberish color. So let's get into the nose, taste, and finish review of this whiskey. So immediately on the nose, it is really, really intense and concentrated. Deep dark fruits, figs, plum, definitely coming off the nose here. And I'm also getting kind of a really strong sense of raisin, but kind of like chocolate covered raisins. Really, really nice. Yeah, also a little bit of vanilla. This is good. Despite what it says on the bottle here, this is actually also aged in ex-bourbon. It doesn't say how long in the ex-Oloroso sherry or the ex-bourbon, but I am picking up the bourbon notes a bit too, which is where that vanilla is coming from. Okay, well, let's give this a taste. Cilantro. Really full and rich, kind of mouth-watering. Wow. These really big kind of sweet fruits are taking center stage, and a whole lot of them. I am getting things like apple, currants, some of those dark fruits like plum, pear. Also a little bit of a slight citrusy kind of tropical fruit. I'm thinking like pineapple, maybe even mango, and some orange. There's also chocolate into the development, kind of a dark chocolate cocoa, a little bit of a pepper, and A little mintiness too, but like a sweet mint, kind of like spearmint. And that wisp of peat smoke, I think this is only 1 to 3 parts per million for peat smoke in the barley, but getting just a touch of that. And wow, yeah, a little bit of brininess too, so a little salt. Really, really good. The finish, kind of medium length. It's the dark fruits, again, are really strong. It's kind of slowly drying. This kind of nice, warm, rounded spiciness. Can't quite differentiate which spices they are, but very concentrated, and a little bit of the chocolate and dark fruit as well. And I'm also getting a hint of kind of a vanilla on the finish too, but it's like a vanilla frosted pastry, like a donut or something. It's really, really slight, but amazing. And then there's that minted spearmint just kind of in there too. Wow, just a lot happening in this. Really, really good. Wow. I'm going to actually put a little bit of water on this and see what else that we can get out of it. But really impressed so far here. So on the nose, with the addition of water, a little bit more of that saltiness is standing up now. Yeah, and the fruits. So as I said before, the kind of the dark fruits were really prominent on the nose. I'm starting to get some of those brighter citrusy fruits that I mentioned. Not overpowering, but they're there. Orange especially. Also some baking spice, kind of clove. A little bit of clove, maybe like, I don't know, cumin, some kind of like chili spiciness a little bit. Everything is really complementing each other. Nothing is overpowering anything. Just really great. Wow. Yeah, again, the taste is just amazing. Again, really, really prominent with those dark fruits and these kind of bright, slightly citrusy fruits. The pepperness is kind of taking a step back with the addition of water, and the chocolate kind of reasserting itself. It is definitely like a dark chocolate. The spices are still there, but a little bit more faint, and that kind of smoky mintiness is standing up a bit more on the finish. A little less drying too with the addition of water. This is really impressive stuff. As I mentioned, this is 18 years old, unchill filtered, no color. Really, really appreciating that presentation from Bunnahabhain. So as far as the cost of a bottle of Bunnahabhain 18, in the United States, this ranges anywhere from $120 on the lower end to around $150. I think this is worth it. Comparing this to other 18-year-olds, this one is definitely has a little bit more complexity, a lot to explore here. This is one I think that over time is just going to get more and more interesting as oxidization happens in the bottle. So, wow. So as far as final thoughts, this is a really deep, concentrated, complex dram, and it really kind of demands but earns your patience. The more time and focus that you kind of give to this, the more rewards are being revealed. And I really think the longer you can have a bottle of this on your shelf, the more and more you're going to find in it. This is definitely one of the better 18-year-olds I think you can buy currently on the market as far as single malt scotches go. So as far as my score, I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5, which is a really generous score, but I think this earns it. So this is a highly recommend buying a bottle. Okay, so there is, to close my review here on Bunnahabhain 18. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this is helpful in considering your next purchase. Sláinte.